Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I want to welcome you to my channel, all my peaches, triggers, lovers, haters, commenters, scallywags, each and every one of you. I welcome you to my channel. Well, I'm at my favorite people watching place again. It's 7-Eleven. I haven't been here for a while. But I was trying to think about what would be a good topic to talk about. I'm going to say something. The election's coming up, and I know to my credit, I didn't maintain a vigil about the election and talk about it. So I'm really proud of myself for not engaging in the conversations that I know some of you would like to have, and I wouldn't mind having those conversations. I really would, with people who can. Who can articulate, you know what I'm saying? I would enjoy it, but one thing I wanted to point out that, Trump had his big Madison Square Garden rally not too long ago. Some people say it was his closing statement to the American people. And a lot of you by now have seen some of the sound bites and everything of what it was about. But the thing I want to point out is that they had over 20,000 people in attendance there at Madison Square Garden. Now this is the same Madison Square Garden that I spoke about that I used to hand out my manifesto regarding the first woman president of the United States. I know some of you have heard it a few times, but it was in front of the Madison Square Garden where the rally was held. But over the time, Trump talks about how violent New York City is, how dangerous it is, how it's overtaken by migrants, and you're going to be raped, mugged, or whatever it is in New York City. Live as one of the most dangerous cities in America, according to him. You know what I'm saying? But the point I want to point out is that all those people didn't have cars. So you know how they got there? They got there by using the subway. They got there by using mass transportation, taxi or whatever. And you know what the ironic thing? Not one incident of violence took place there by a liberal or Democrat or anybody protesting the Trump or anything like that. Not one incident. So if 20,000 people, all those people can get to Madison Square Garden by the subway and whatever, that doesn't make New York City one of the most dangerous cities in the country. That makes it one of the safest. So I wanted to point that out and what have you. And here in the Philippines, ex-president Duterte was just in front of a hearing about his drug policy that he carried on while he was president. And he virtually said that, I did what I had to do to make my country safe and to rid the scourge of drugs. And he did that. He did that, much to a lot of protests or whatever but grandmothers and mothers were allowed to, once again, have their children go outside and play because they wasn't worried about addicts hanging out in the street or drug business or whatever. And his approval rating shot up at one time to 85% of what he was doing to the country. So they had him but the one thing he said was, he says, I take full responsibility. He said, I take responsibility because I did what I had to do for my Filipino people, for the country. So that was pretty cool. This might be a little bit on the lines of how to raise a Filipino baby. But, Duchess is 8 months old. And she's at the age where, she wants things or whatever. And likes to hold things. So, of course, we got a whole slew of all kinds of baby toys or whatever like that for her to hold and put in her mouth or whatever it is that what she does. But I've come up with this idea. It's a lot cheaper. Not that money was the issue, but it's a lot more um, mind stimulating, because right now she's all about touch and feel. So when I go in the store, and look for things like this. You see, because it has a feel to it, she can touch it, move it around. I also get a container of this. These are double mint gum, so she can shake it. It has a different shape around it that she can hold. I even get a lollipop, a sucker, that she probably can hold. Well, I don't know, we gotta think about that part, but be that as it may, it was an idea. And this is another small container that she can hold and play with. Most of the time, I like to keep these in the car, because when I'm moving around, or when we're moving around, and she kind of gets kind of rambunctious in the back, and I don't want her out of a car seat. You know, oftentimes she's quick to be out of a car seat being held by somebody, and I don't like that, because I want her always in the car seat. So I have to do that, or encourage her to stay in the car seat. The best way to do that is by holding things, you know. Now, getting back to what type of topic that I could be talking about. I could be talking about how Candace Owens got banned by a whole country, Australia, you know, or you know, there is so much. I could be talking about the P. Diddy thing. Someone else has been exposed, you know, but then, you know, that's not something I want to get involved with on this channel. You know, although I'm really dying to, you know, because I have my own opinions about it. But it's all about the Philippines right now. And I know next month coming up is going to be my bulldog died. Good morning. Oh, wow. It's going to be a night. I don't know why, like people watching here. Last month I didn't get a chance to do it, because last month, you know, a couple of things came up, and we had to divert our resources to it. But this month I'm determined to hit Manila and hit the U.S. Embassy and Social Security office. So this way I can get Duchess registered as an American citizen and start a process for her having a passport. So I'm looking forward to do that. So in fact, this is the end of the month. I might just go on and jump and make the reservations, and so let it be written, so let it be done. So this way, you know, I can get those things taken care of. I know it's going to take 2 or 3 days, so I'll just plan for maybe 3 days for me and Duchess to be in Manila, and so look forward to that. That's something that's coming up that I'm looking forward to do. Now, on the home front, you know, like I said, I got back into the activity what I was doing with the foreigners, and you know, it's just not the same, you know. So I just might back away from that altogether, because you know, although I've won a couple of times, but it's kind of hard, you know, always being ignored when you say something across the table. Everybody ignores it, you know. And when I'm trying to, you know, stimulate a conversation, mostly when it's music, and we actually, you know, kind of crazy about it. If I wanted to, you know, they have music playing, but you know, it's all, you know, you know, I only can take soft rock or you know, rock for so long. I'm about the diversity. Let me hear a soul song, or let me hear, you know, something, you know, that's not part of the 60s and 70s, you know, early long-haired band era. So that's what they called it, the long hair band era, because that was the time when you all started wearing long hair and spandex and going crazy like that, you know. And you know, and that even makes me feel more isolated, believe it or not, that, music is such an important thing to me that, at one point I wanted to pull my hair out and say, damn, is there any other genre of music you can play? And then, they might ask me, yeah, Gerard, who's this? I would say, how the fuck should I know who it is? Why are you asking me? But often the time I do know. But, it's just the fact that, it's just too much for me, so I think I might back away from it. Supposed to have a game tomorrow, which we'll see. Yesterday I came in like about 4, or I was like one of the last 4 to leave, or 5 to leave, and it's the last 3 to actually win money. So, I'm always happy to get to that point, and all the a couple of the other professionals out of the game, so I kind of enjoy that. But be that as it may, I might back away from that, from doing that. And it's funny, when I was playing cards, when the guy said, Gerard, look, one more week and Kamala Harris will know who won the election. I said, yeah. So I said, okay, I won't be offending anybody with my t-shirt. But then I said, but wait till you see the next one. Outside of that, we got a call on the scooter. I think they asked for 30,000, and I think Mia said no, 35. I don't know what she said or whatever. Which, by the way, I stopped by where I was selling it at before and showed her the video. She said, oh, I seen it. I said, oh, really? Oh, you watching that? Did you watch my videos? Yeah, I seen it. I gave my, I don't know if I was going to give him a calling card, but that was nice to know. But when I was coming up here on the motor, I'm driving it on the motor because I come here on 7-Eleven, and I start feeling how nice it is to ride the scooter, to drive it, and then I start thinking, now, Mia has one, but then I start thinking, well, suppose something happens, and her bike is down, or something like this, and she has no other means of transportation to get things done. So I started thinking while I was driving, I said, maybe I'll just keep the motor. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it, Mostly because, I enjoy driving it. I actually said, I'm going to take your bike. I was like, no, why would I want to do that? And that itself, my saying, I'm going to take your bike to 7-Eleven was enough to make me think that, no, suppose she needs to get somewhere and do something. So I think I'm going to go back home and tell her I'm not going to sell it, I'm going to keep it. So besides, at this point, we don't need the money that bad. So, and it's good to have. I always have this vision of her and I going bike riding somewhere. Well, we used to do that. We used to ride the bikes, or I used to ride her on the bike, and we would just go in different paths, through the Philippines, looking at the people. And at that time, we were looking at housekeepers who we were saying, hey, do you know anybody that does housekeeping? And so, but we got a good look at the, I guess, mountainish living in the Philippines. But those are the type of things that we used to do, that we enjoy doing, that I long to do again. Okay, so be that as it may, I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to upload this video, and we'll see what happens from there. Oh, I was going to say, when I was leaving out of my home on my motor, and then I forgotten what I forgot. I forgotten my cell phone, my white cell phone, the one that has internet, towel, my glasses. And each time having a housekeeper, I could tell her when she come back, oh, I forgot this, and she would run, go get it. And I said, wow, man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to live the type of luxury life that I'm living. And never in my wildest dreams that I would be as happy and as as satisfying as I am now and having a home. So it's a beautiful thing. And I also know that I got to make preparations to by myself fly back to the United States to go to the hospital because although I'm being seen here and get treated, I still need cataract. So it might be time for me to go back to the United States just to get a thorough, fully checkup. I have to think. I'm thinking about. I hate flying during the winter time, but I'm thinking maybe about December. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. My God, do I hate flying during the winter time? But I always seem to manage that. But we'll see what's going to happen there. But I know I got to get back and get to the hospital, and I don't know how long it's going to take for whatever scheduling that needs to take place for me to make sure I get a good, clean bill of health. All right, so remember, this is Gerard, Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder or pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. Hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a good woman like Ali Woodson, formerly singing like Temptation Unsung, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. And never say no. All right? I love you like a love song, baby. I'll talk to you later. Peace.